So the first question, if one has deep karmic connection with Amitabha in past lives, then why one is not born in the Pure Land? Is lack of faith, vow, and practice the problem? From this view, it seems the Pure Land path is not as easy as it sounds. Amitabha. So it's a very good question. Indeed, for those of us who have encountered the Pure Land Dharma in this life, all of us here, and maybe on the YouTube channel, many people, it's really not the first time we've encountered this, especially for those who actually believe in this Dharma. It's not the first time we've encountered it. The Sutra told us, the Buddha told us. And also in the Amitabha Sutra, the Buddha clearly says one cannot have few good karma, merit, and virtue to be born in the Pure Land. So even if you have fewer karma, merit, and virtue, you may not born in the Pure Land. And we have to ask ourselves why we are still here in the Saha world, in the samsara. If we had encountered this in the past, why were we not in the Pure Land yet? It's a question we need to ask maybe our past self, but maybe we can't remember anything. So definitely the reason why we're not in the Pure Land yet is because in the past, maybe we have encountered the Dharma, but we may not believe it. This is common. Even for some Nianfo practitioners, they may practice Nianfo, but in their mind, it may be difficult for them to generate sincere belief. Or sometimes they believe, sometimes they don't. So remember, whether we can seek rebirth to the Pure Land or not depends on our faith and vow. And our grade of rebirth depends on our practice. And for those who attain, lowest level of lowest grade, almost no practice. Faith and vow are actually the most important. And for those of us who may have definitely have missed our rebirth from past lives, most likely are because of these two reasons, faith and vow. And I'm not saying practice is not important, also important, but one must practice with faith and vow. Most likely, when we encounter this Dharma in the past, we may not believe, or we have doubts. Maybe we were Buddhist, or maybe we were practicing chant, who knows. Even nowadays, in today's world, some chant masters, they don't believe, and they don't seek rebirth at the time of death. Most likely, for those people still in the cycle of reincarnation, it doesn't matter how great a chant master you are in the world. If you don't go to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land, most likely you are still in the samsara. Unless you have realized arhat, they can travel more freely than those who have not realized enlightenment, but still they cannot access to the Buddha land. They cannot go to the Pure Land. So most likely a problem with our faith in the past life. Right? If not, it could be a problem with our vow, or both. So faith, vow, very, very important. So maybe we had faith in Amitabha Buddha in our past life. Maybe we believe in it. Maybe we thought, okay, so it's Buddha's words, and then we believe. But the problem is we had a too strong attachment to the Saha world. We did not want to go to the Pure Land. This is also common. We had also seen in some rebirth cases, they had also people that they believe in Amitabha Buddha, and they even practice diligently. But at the time of their rebirth, remember I shared like a failed rebirth cases about this person who Nianfo really diligently with deep faith in Amitabha. He even knew his time of rebirth. Before that, he told his young wife that Amitabha Buddha is going to come to receive me in 3 days. And this young wife, elicited a lot of emotional attachment towards him and didn't want him to leave. And he also had strong emotional attachment to her. And then so he also changed his mind about going to the Pure Land. He wanted to stay in the Saha world to be with his wife. And then on the day Amitabha Buddha is supposed to come, he didn't come. The Buddha knows our every thought. So he had faith, but he felt in his vow to go. This we have also seen. So most likely a problem could be in our past life that we are not in the Pure Land yet because of our faith and vow. Or they could also be some exceptions of some people that maybe they were in the Pure Land and then they chose to come back to help. It's also a common, but we don't know who they are. Right? Only they know. So Pure Land path is indeed easy. It's easy in terms of its practice. faith, vow, and practice. But what's difficult is to generate sincere faith and sincere vow towards going to the Pure Land. At the time of our rebirth, our faith needs to be sincere, and our vow to go also needs to be sincere. Right? You cannot have stronger attachment to the Saha world than your attachment towards the Pure Land at the time of rebirth. So these two we really need to work on. For some people, if you don't have sincere faith, maybe you still have a bit of doubt, but maybe you nianfo. But sometimes you believe, sometimes you don't believe. Or sometimes you want to see some signs from Amitabha Buddha for you to generate sincere faith. It's also common. So we really have to work on our strong, unshakable faith and also our sincere vow towards going to the Pure Land. And when we practice, we need to practice with faith and vow. If you only practice nianfo, maybe you even achieve nianfo samadhi, let's say, but you don't have faith and vow. You actually don't believe in the Pure Land so much and you don't want to go, maybe either or both. Then you cannot go to the Pure Land. Remember, going to the Pure Land is not about how much or how amazing, wonderful our practice is. It's not so much about this. It's not about this at all. It's really, we are relying on Amitabha Buddha's great compassionate vows to receive us. It's Buddha's land. You cannot go there usually for other Buddha's land unless you are a highly enlightened bodhisattvas, very, very high level of enlightened beings for you to actually go there. Right? We ordinary beings, we cannot go. Even for Arhat cannot go. The travel range for Arhat is only in one trichiliocosm. So they cannot go anything beyond that. It's out of their limit. The higher the level of enlightened being, the more places they can freely enter. So it's really because we rely on Amitabha Buddha's great compassionate vows. Amitabha Buddha vowed to deliver us to the Pure Land so we can go. So our faith and vow need to be absolutely strong, need to be absolutely sincere for us to guarantee to attain birth in the Pure Land. So it's easy in terms of its practice and even its requirements. It seems easy, but what's difficult is to generate belief for a lot of people. This even includes some nianfo practitioners. I told the story about Master Renshan's mother, who is also a nianfo practitioner, of course. When Master Renshan's grandmother sought rebirth, right? She knew her time of rebirth. She said she's living with Amitabha Buddha, and Master Renshan's mother became really attached to her own mother and said, "Don't go." So sometimes also this may also affect the person who seeks rebirth. But luckily, Master Renshan's grandmother has firm faith and firm vow, and she said, no, actually I'm going. Sorry, I'll see you later. So she sought rebirth to the Pure Land successfully. So easy in terms of its practice, difficult to generate faith and even vow. So it's also said in the Amitabha Sutra, Shakyamuni Buddha keeps saying this. This is really indeed hard to believe Dharma. He already knew this Dharma is very hard to believe. For those who encounter it and believe it, nianfo and seek rebirth, indeed, you really have incredible good karma, merit, and virtue. So not easy in a way. But also don't think about it as too difficult. Don't create this karmic obstacle for yourself. Right? If you have sincere faith and vow, and also you nianfo in your everyday life, and not a problem. Right? Your rebirth is guaranteed. This should really be our mindset. And also we should also practice that to cultivate this as a habit in our daily nianfo practice with faith and vow. Okay, I hope I addressed this clearly.